Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Wolong Fallen Dynasty on the Mysterious JG. We're having a leisurely exploration of a sub-battlefield, which is based on a prior main battlefield, but we've come across some guys that somebody gonna have to detect this because they're back to back. And I didn't manage to take either one of them out before getting detected. But our allies are helping us out and making it all work out for us. But messy. We got accolades for avenging the deaths of other players. That mechanic of having other players' activities enmeshed in our game is handy up until the point where somebody decides to come into your game and do some PvP against your will. When, you know, like Ass Master 420 just decides to appear and kill you in the middle of your solo play. More King the Great didn't spot that guy, but I did. Or hell, maybe more King the Great did spot that guy. This guy, oh, you got killed by an assassin. Well, that's a handy mechanic because it kind of alerts me to the fact that I should be looking out for assassins. There's a flag ahead, and there's an archer ahead as well. Here's the assassin that killed somebody. They avenged whoever that was. We'll be better positioned to take out that archer once we are not in danger of falling into the murky deep. You seem to be specifically placed to guard against people coming up through this boat, and yet you don't see me. Anyway, there must be some way to get up there. Because there's a flag and an enemy up there. Ah, there's a bridge. It would be very convenient if we could get up there without having to get over to that bridge. And I don't think that is going to be a thing. Okay. Well, hopefully we can avoid getting the attention of that archer. But we will get the attention of this archer. Bond with Guojia is deepening. He just really appreciated how much time I spent hunting down his ass when he was drunk in a monster cave. We just avenged Tsukasa Esukasa. Mikasa Tsukasa. Bum, 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 bum. This door can only be opened from... No, never mind. Oh. Sorry. I guess yeah, you are right to murder me. Sorry, I did not notice you. Man, those guys were tough earlier in the game. There's a combination of having gotten better, having better gear, because I finally got into the mechanic of, you know, picking a suit of armor and upgrading it to a higher level rather than just always looking for better armor. But then I think another really important part of that, again, is allies. And in that case, the guy jumped down. I feel like I would have been one-shotted at the point in the game where we first discovered these guys. So a brief explanation of Sun Tzu. Which I should always kind of look at when it comes up. Fire phase, accolades, gain, nah, whatever. Because I think that's part of my current outfit, like that accessory. I think it's part of the Cao Cao costume, but I might be wrong. No one can shoot me while I'm doing this, can they? Somewhere either directly above or oh. Okay, there was a head. Did anyone see a, like, face? I thought maybe it was supposed to be like a guy's head sticking at the end of a pike from the ceiling or something, like Fallout 3 style. Like, am I crazy? Go back. There's like a brief moment where a head was floating around here. Probably of a guard that's on the ceiling or something. I mean, not the ceiling, the roof. Alright, well, speaking of the roof, that is where we are trying to get to now. We have to maneuver to the top of this boat. Craning my head off to sea. We're going to use meat to keep our fires pot. Somewhere over here, like, I don't want to, I'm sort of getting turned around and losing track of where all we need to clear. At some point I need to get to that little bridge. I'm slipping. Again, like, my Neo instincts are being dulled by the fact that this game is not usually that bad. There was a corpse right here. A little, like, you know, Offray Pot 2, and I think I even got a glimpse of it saying killed by assassin, and I didn't think, oh, there might be a guy right there. Like, yeah, we're finally starting to see some stuff that would have happened in, like, the tutorial level of Neo is finally happening in this game in an optional side level where, like, every possible corner you could turn around has got some enemy just waiting to immediately ambush you. Although not in this case, because this jerk is waiting to ambush us from elsewhere. He was shooting at us from a point where I wasn't well positioned to shoot back earlier. Which was almost a good thing, because it made us aware in case he would have missed it of that. And this is where the assassin was hanging out to jump you as you came through that boat. So didn't the story tell us this place was infested by demons? And now we're fighting entirely human enemies. Not that I'm complaining, they're generally much easier to deal with. But we're coming down here for, like, according to story, the reason we're here is to help Blacksmith Lady find more materials. And yet it's guarded by soldiers of Huangju or whoever. There may have been something on that boat in the past, and there's nothing to do there now. We've got 2 more little baby flags to find before. Oh, now we got Demon's Head. Okay, there we go. Again, wasn't complaining at the lack of demonic enemies, but it seemed like that was what was supposed to be going on from a lore perspective. Okay, I thought maybe we could get over there, but that might be like the terminus of the level, and we have to wind around to get over there because we're not meant to get there from this direction. Or maybe we are. Ish. Oh. These are a weird enemy. They do that big area of effect earth attack or whatever it is. Even though they're you'd think they'd be a water type Pokemon. But I avenged Amyarp. And I can level up, bitches. Probably want to do that. And we'll have a flag at which to do it now. Dragon's Cure Powder. And a fancy belt hook. Dragon's Cure Pot. Dragon's Cure Powder is the one I keep thinking is fancier than it really is. Alright, well there's only 2 battle flags in this level, and I've got both of them. Which makes it feel like we're near the end, but I've got... oh, I was going to level up, wasn't I? Well, that's all. Okay, I don't think I would have been allowed to level up without resetting all the enemies, so... I guess I'm working my way towards 40. Or whatever it's going to take to get the hottest new wood spell. Which is 40. Yeah, Barbed Nightmare. I better use Barbed Nightmare once I have it. Because, like, at this point... I'm not grinding for levels off screen anymore. And there might come a point where that's necessary again. But it hasn't been for quite a while. But no, I've got, like, no real objective other than... try to level up evenly, I guess, so I'm not terrible on anything. I just completely ignored the possibility there's an assassin waiting to kill me there. Okay, game, so where am I supposed to be going? The ladder to get up here? Okay. Alright, so there is continuing progress to be made in this direction. Okay, cleverly evaded my magical spells. I guess... You know, he works regularly with wizards, so he knows about that kind of thing. Alright, so that's going to provide passage further towards where we saw the map leading over there. Which makes this whole area seem like a big side jaunt. Just a crane. Not sure what that was, but there's a mini flag up ahead, so... Oh, there's two of them up here. Okay, well... So if this is a side area, it looks like it is a side area that will wrap up all the mini flags. And the boat we just got might just be what lets us get to the end of the area. Anti-static needle, useful for fighting the Daleks. As we all know, rely heavily on static. It's a big part of the lore of this game. I almost feel like my allies alerted the assassin, but that's not a mechanic. Like, it hopped out and immediately started fighting them in an area that I wasn't, but I know your allies never alert enemies to your presence that weren't already alerted. It's actually a thing that if it wasn't true, it would make it much less desirable to always use allies, because there could be various situations where they're terrible. Ah, crap. Alright, so that didn't go as well as it could have. Pair Swords of Aspiration. Pair swords are swords that are excellent for cutting up a firm fruit that tastes a little bit like an apple. Well, it's like a sweeter... I'm trying to describe the taste of a pear without saying that it tastes like a pear, which is a thing. Let's see... Vainglorious Vanguard. I'm not sure which set this is. Zhang Liao, okay. Huangai. Oh, that's right. I'm going to find myself carrying lots of stuff that's from sets, because I think I have it right now. I'm not dropping items that belong to sets. But anything that doesn't belong to a set, I'm dropping. So this is the Zhang Liao set doesn't seem bad at all. I should find something that belongs to a set I already have that I don't use. This is the Liu Bei set, although it feels... yeah. Alright, let's just drop this. It's only 1 star, though, so it's probably not going to get anything good for it. Oh, I wasn't close enough to you? Oh, excuse me. Oh, Dire Tigers. That's what I could drop. Spirit damage enemies poison. Ooh, not bad for me because of the way I like to play. Straight saber damage. Guard spit. That one doesn't seem as interesting. Let's drop it. Let's see what we get in exchange from this little fella. Oh. A decorative knot. It gives us spirit damage, deflect, counterattack. Whatever. I don't care about this. But, I mean, that's the thing. I traded an item that I didn't need and got another item that I'm not going to use, so it's kind of fine. Somewhere down below decks here is going to be... ooh. Used my enemy detect and didn't detect an enemy, and yet there's an enemy right there. I thought I had enemy detect on. And now I just don't know. Maybe it's only showing me enemies that I've already detected. Jewel fragments, which I can just get all the time by constantly breaking shit down. So that doesn't seem that valuable at this point, but... Alright, so we get below decks, there's going to be a mini flag, and then we can... Drain some life out of this guy. Oh, he's obviously an enemy from Bloodstained Ritual of the Night now, so... I wonder if this ship felt so big and empty when we first encountered it. Ooh. Oh, damn, I had a surprise attack opportunity that I just blew it. This kind of shows you how all or nothing these fights can be. I got off to a rotten start, so I got down to like having no key in reserve, whereas the enemy key was all boosted. It does make a bit of a difference how well you open up these engagements. Okay, but you are staring at a wall for some reason. Zhang Liao really admires the way I murdered that woman from behind. She was a demon woman, in fairness. Alright, well that's all the sub-flags. We haven't come across any really valuable loots like permanent increase to healing uses or strength of individual healing spells, which makes me think we may have missed something. But there's really nothing for it but to proceed. I thought I evaded that, but okay. I seem to be stuck. Somebody got avenged by my allies, because it wasn't me. He's going for his earthquake vertical splat.
Let us push our advantage.
Yeah, good idea. Oh, this is the end of the level. Didn't think I was... Okay, I didn't realize we quite got to the end of the level, but we did. Did we search everything we wanted to search? Well, there's an enemy up there we didn't kill, but... Alright, well, let's select another... Let's see, Alright, well, whatever there was to get there, we got it, it looks like. Because, yeah, it looks like we full cleared it. Alright, well, that means that all we have left is Decisive Battle at Guandu. Let's wrap out this video by going to the hidden village of Mount Tianshan and seeing if we have any new power-up. You know, do we have enough leather to get our armor any better? Because I think we didn't get everything up to the highest level that's currently available to us. I could be mistaken. The timing is good to call it a video anyway, so let's do that. As I said last time, like, I didn't get to a good stopping point. I usually do an even number of videos per session with this game just to keep... just to know that I've got a full week of uploads. But, yeah, like, we just got to exactly where I thought might make sense to stop, which is whenever I run out of things to do that doesn't involve jumping full hog into a new main story mission. So, yeah, let's visit with our blacksmith friend. In theory, that's the murky lore reason we did that last mission, was to help her. I don't think we're going to have dialogue reflecting the fact that we did the mission. But we can go visit with her, maintain the illusion that this game has a story, and call it a video. And for me, I'll call it a session. That doesn't mean very much to you guys. But when we come back, we will be ready to go into what I guess, again, I keep thinking we're about to head into the climax of the main story. I think we are really getting ready, close to the climax of the main story, though, with the Battle of Guandu, which was really the first. It wasn't Cao Cao's high watermark, but it was really the battle that like solidified him as being the main power. The next really big battle in the novel for him is Chirby, which was a massive defeat for Cao Cao, and like his defeat at Chirby, that basically was not his Waterloo, because he went on to like die of old age ruling huge vast tracts of China, but like his high watermark was like going into Chirby and how powerful he was. This is the battle that solidifies him. All the gains he makes between Guandu and Chirby are kind of
I could use some more sleep. Maybe I'm overworking.
feel he's always at an advantage in these other fights that he goes into. So we had leveled up Heaven's Reliance and but not our Wooden Pole Spear, because we weren't getting level 9. You know what? I don't think we were getting much level 9 stuff at all. Oh, not of steel. We got enough level 9 leather. See, yeah, we were getting a lot of level 8 stuff dropped. So we can pick between the Unscrupulous Hero Crown, which will give us plus 11, or the Unscrupulous Hero Gauntlets, which will give us plus 11. Or the Greaves, which will give us plus more than 11. That's right, we only got one of our armors up to 9. We were actually doing better as far as getting rank 9 steel. It looks like... No, wait. We got our main... Okay, we got one Wappet up to plus 9. We got one armor up to plus 9. So we did about the same. And we went with the hero armor because that was the obvious one. So the gauntlets and crown both give you plus 11 for leveling up. This gives you plus, well, one gives you 70, then it's 11, 50. So this is like 15, right? This is 15. This is 11. So the Greaves are what we want to level up. All right. So it was worth stopping by and talking to her.
I could use some more sleep. Maybe I'm overworking.
I was wondering if we could just talk to her, like just get little bits of flavor dialogue, text, whatever you want to call it, but it didn't seem to be a thing.
If you find any other cuties outside of the village, don't forget to give them love too.
You want me to... I thought you were the only cutie that you wanted me giving love to. Oh wait, that's not what you meant. Just talk about those little panda guys.
This is where my master lives.
This is where the fish lives.
Among the few that know him, he's regarded as a master of wizardry spells. He also serves as the chief of the village.
He's one badass motherfucker. Alright. I'm being silly now. I'm not sure what I'm thinking about here. Let's call it a video. Now that we've salvaged these materials. I think this... I'm just checking for that little... Where's the little... It appears in one of the corners. Yeah, at the bottom left corner, I think. I just wanted to make sure that we had saved whatever progress we just got. So when we come back next time, guys, we are going to go into the final Battle of Guandu, which will see the final defeat of Yuan Shao. I think one of the DLCs might be about dealing with Yuan Shao's sons, because and that would take us into the death of Guo Jia, who's been presented entirely as an optional side character, so it may or may not be a chunk of those DLCs. These games are not overly concerned with the story. I think what little I bring to the LPing of Wolong world is that I'm talking a bit about the story. So hopefully, if you're still one of the 5 people, if you're one of the 5 people still watching, I hope you're enjoying that. But when we come back next time, yeah, like I can't imagine how much, like we've already had a battle where we fought and killed Yan Liang and Wen Chou. I don't know what kind of story there is left. The next showdown with Yuan Shao has pretty much got to be it for that character, and close to the end of this game, I would think. I'm curious how this... Like, I know for... Whoa! Okay, thank you, YouTube video I was using as a timer for suddenly playing a really loud ad. But anyway, yeah, like, I don't know for a fact how this game is going to go, but, like, it's pretty apparent now they do not intend to have us finish the story of Romance of Three Kingdoms in one game. So... my question in my own head now is, are the DLCs taking us through Chirby, or is Chirby going to be part of the sequel they have planned? And I don't know, and there's not a whole lot of point speculating about it now. We'll just have to deal with that later. Hope to see you then.